But aside from that, I have been watching the new series of Space Force.
Space Force, what's that?
So Space Force is it's a Netflix sitcom created by Greg Daniels, who created The Office.
Now you're talking my language.
And starring Steve Carell.
Whoa!
Oh, I know what you mean.
And
okay.
It basically the first season of it came out in 2020. That's right, yeah. Because I don't know if you all remember, but Donald Trump created Space Force in real life, as in a militarized branch of NASA.
He did. Yeah. The aliens.
It's Star Wars for real.
Yeah. So this TV show is kind of lampooning that idea. And like in the first series, like they never mentioned Trump outright. They just refer to him as POTUS, but you know, they have to deal with his ridiculous and silly proclamations, and have to deal with like getting back to the moon for some inexplicable reason that they don't actually need to do it. But it's got a really stellar cast to it. So you've got Steve Carell as General Mark Ned, the 4-star general who's leading Space Force. John Malkovich as the head scientist, Dr. Mallory. Ben Schwartz as F. Tony Scarapaducci, often referred to as Fuck Tony, because he is the social media director and he's an incredibly annoying man. Mm-hmm. Diana Silvers plays Mark's daughter, Erin. Jimmy O Yang is another one of the scientists, Dr. Chan. And you get like kind of walk-on parts by like Patrick Warburton, Daedric Bader, Jane Lynch, Roy Wood Jr., people, stuff like that. That Patrick Warburton. Expertly mustachioed and playing a military general.
I love it, mate.
Yeah. And you know, the first season was very much a political satire. You know, it was taking the piss out of American politics at the time. And it was very funny. The second season's changed it slightly because now that it's the new administration,
it's not funny anymore. It's boring.
No, it still is funny, but they've done what they did with The Office, where the first season had a very distinct style of humor, which it didn't necessarily suit. This one's become more of a direct workplace comedy.
Oh, I just meant the administration.
Well, yeah, the administration. But it's a little bit more surreal. The characters are a little bit more well thought out. A little bit stranger. Weird things goes on at one point. Like at one point, one of the episodes, they lose communications with the satellites, and when they finally get communication back with it, a Windows update starts in the command center, and they still can't communicate with anything.
I always wondered if anything like that ever happens.
you get John Malkovich just stomping around the command center, going "Fuck Microsoft" at the top of his voice.
We've all said it.
We have many times. It's got a lot of heart to it. There's a lot of really sweet scenes in it. It has got a lot of like the more gentle humor from The Office. It doesn't have a lot of the cringe humor. It's not like outwardly cringy. It is more like a traditional sitcom. Yeah. But I really rate it. And the first season kind of got a bit slated in the American press. I think it had like a 38% Rotten Tomatoes score.
Because they're taking piss out of America. They don't like that.
The second season's got a 90% score. Like it's as if they've like found their feet with the second season. It's not quite as long.
Daniels seems to do though, doesn't he?
Greg Daniels always does. Like same with Parks and Recreation. First season, fucking terrible.
First season. well, yeah, I suppose it is. And then he just gets into his own stride, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Wow. And even Steve Carell, he writes a couple of the episodes for the season. He plays Mark Ned really well. There is a lot of Michael Scott to him, but he's a more respectable person.
I've got to watch it now.
Yeah, he's not as awkward as Michael Scott, but you can he's got like the nicer bits of Michael Scott's character. You know, when Michael Scott's like genuinely nice to somebody, he's got a lot of that to him. So I really rate it. I think it's a really good show. There's 2 seasons of it. They're both on Netflix, like 17 episodes in total. You'll smash through them in an evening. It's really, really good and well worth watching.
I'm gonna, mate. I'm absolutely gonna. I'm excited.
Did you say that was the 4th season?
There's 2 seasons, 17 episodes.
I was going to say, yeah. How's there 4 seasons?
Carol Vorderman in the corner there going, huh?
Yeah, literally.
But they have set the ending of season 2 up for a 3rd season. So, and the 3rd season looks like it's getting a bit Armageddon, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
Tempted to see if they'll break Michael Bay out of the